Go. Right, hello everybody in Virtual Racing UK land, or to all our members. Today I'm very privileged to be talking to Joanne Bartholomew, who's from the Born Free Foundation. Our June challenge is for this charity. It's a 5K, and it's especially to celebrate Virginia's 90th birthday as well. And so this challenge you can do throughout June. Sign up today, get your evidence in by the 4th of July. You can run, swim, walk, cycle this challenge as per usual in one session or multiple. So without further ado, I've done my little bit about the medal. We'll hand over to Joanne, who's going to tell us a little bit about the charity and how it all started for people who don't know. Okay, Joanne.
Hi, hello everyone. Hello, thank you for having me today. My name is Joanne and I've worked for Born Free for around 12 years. I joined as their events manager, but I also look after fundraising and challenges and anything else really the charity needs. For a few of you, I guess you may not know much about Born Free, so I thought I'd just run through how it all started quickly. And basically, it's a bit of a family affair in that Virginia McKenna, her late husband Bill Travers, and their son Will Travers went over to Kenya because they were asked to star in the film Born Free. This is what really started it for all of them. They worked with the wonderful George Adamson and Joy Adamson, and it was quite clear to them that working with wild animals was not impossible, and this really is where animals belong, in the wild, not in captivity. And so after the filming, they were then asked to do another small film with a baby elephant called Poly Poly. And this is really how the charity started. It wasn't just lions, it was an elephant. And this little elephant had been taken from her mother in Kenya to star in this film. And working with this little elephant, Virginia and Bill realized that this elephant needed to go back to the wild. But unfortunately, it had been promised to London Zoo. They did everything they could to try and not let this little elephant travel all the way over to London. But unfortunately, if this elephant didn't go, the Kenyan authority was saying that they would have to take another elephant from the wild. Unfortunately, Poly Poly died at London Zoo very early. Virginia and Bill did visit her, and there's a very iconic photo of the elephant reaching out her trunk in recognition of them. They did everything they could to try and get her back home, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. So our work really is global. We have several sanctuaries and we work here in the UK with UK Wildlife as well. I mean, virtual running and challenges have been supporting Born Free for a long time, and often you decide what project is dear to your heart and you want to support. As we know, this year is Virginia's 90th birthday, so we've decided that we're going to celebrate this in June with her by doing this run. And I was asked what would the money go towards that was raised, and Virginia is overwhelmed that people are wanting to support Born Free, and it's all about the animals for Virginia. So I think quite rightly we'll have to ask Virginia that question, and I would love to report back to you on what she decides.
Oh, that would be lovely.
Yeah, I mean, it's always about the individual animal. You may know from our website and our social media at the moment, we have just rescued a fully grown tiger.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Sandro, and unfortunately he had been kept in a closed down zoo enclosure in Spain. There was no shelter, no enrichment. He wasn't really being fed properly. He's in a bit of a bad state, but we have managed in literally the last 24 hours to get him to a sanctuary in Italy. And this sanctuary is where he will live out his days in in what is as close to the wild as can be. So we're thrilled about that. So our supporters are busy raising funds to help with the costs of the move and his lifetime care.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's fantastic, isn't it? It's really good. So you said, you know, I think you've covered everything really there, Joanne, about what you do and, you know, what your charity does and whether it's global, what you're gonna, you know, what you might, you know, put the money to. We'll obviously ask Virginia. That's great. That's a great idea. I think it should be her decision, don't you?
Indeed, yeah.
The other question I was going to ask you is, have you found it particularly difficult during lockdown? A lot of charities I speak to have found it really difficult during lockdown, you know, to get people on board. Have you found the same, or have you just kept going as normal, would you say?
Well, we've had to make a lot of changes and we've had to adapt, and we've actually closed our offices in Horsham because we all started to work from home. So there was a huge cost saving there for us. In terms of people supporting us, it was very difficult in the beginning to keep asking people to support us and raise funds for us when everyone was going through such a difficult personal time themselves. But I will say everyone is always so generous, and you know, all our appeals have been well supported. I think people appreciate that there is some sort of synergy between what is going on and how we keep wild animals in captivity. And I think they appreciate that it's really important that charities like Born Free work with these countries and people to conserve animals and our environment as well, as much as we can.
Definitely. And it is all animals, isn't it, Joanne? It's, like you say, you're synonymous with the lions, but it is all animals that you help, you know. And this about Sandro is just amazing story.
Yeah, it is all animals, all globally. And in the US, we have a primate sanctuary. I mean, it's about the species, but also from Virginia's point of view, it's the individual animal. If we can make one difference to one individual animal, then, you know, it's a wonderful thing to be able to do. But also in the UK, we have a UK representative who helps with hedgehogs, rabbits, you name it.
Yeah, you do it, yeah. And the other question is, would you think you're going to be doing our virtual challenge? Do you think, Joanne, are you a runner, or are you a walker, a swimmer, a cycler, or?
Well, so in the past, I've always believed that I can't ask people to fundraise if I'm not going to get on board. And so I have done a skydive for Born Free before.
Wow.
When it comes to running, I'm not a runner, but in lockdown, I have certainly really enjoyed walking. So I am thinking maybe somewhere or somehow I can join in too.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. So is there anything you'd like to say to our virtual racing community just before we finish this session?
I guess I really want to just thank Virtual Racing for partnering with Born Free so many times. It's a wonderful way to share with our supporters that there are people that can do the smaller runs and walks and swims, as well as the more adventurous ones. And it's great that people get involved, and we really appreciate all the support. It's truly incredible.
So virtual racing community, we need to sign up for this one, don't we? So it's just a 5K done over one session or multiple. It's entirely up to you. So I'd just like to end by thanking Joanne and Born Free Foundation for everything they do. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Right, we're done. That was really good, Joanne. You're a natural on camera.
Thank you. And I guess you can share this recording with anyone moving forward.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I'll do now is I'll save it. I'll send it over to Sam, and then she'll get it on the website and all, you know, over our social media platforms.
Brilliant.
That's it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.